Last night, The Late Show with Stephen Colbert didn't just go off script. It went nuclear. What started as a routine sit down with Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's populist firebrand and Trump's loyal VP pick, erupted into a televised brawl that left the audience stunned. The internet ablaze, and late-night TV changed forever. The night began with swagger. Vance strode onto the set with his trademark defiance, ready to promote his rise, his roots, and his allegiance to the MAGA agenda. But Stephen Colbert wasn't handing out softballs. His opening jab cut deep. JD, are you here to sell Appalachia? Or just Trump's latest grift? The audience winced, half laughing, half holding their breath. Vance smirking. I'm here for truth, Stephen, not your cheap shots. From there, the gloves came off. Colbert cued a campaign clip, Vance thundering against elites, praising Trump with the passion of a revival preacher. Kabasa dry. Quite the sermon. Is that grit or just a man cashing in on red state resentment? Vance stone, feisty. It's grit you'll never understand. I've lived it. You mock it, from your cushy Manhattan throne. The crowd split down the middle, cheers and boos colliding. Producers were already shifting uneasily. The vibe. Off. And getting worse. Then Vance leaned in. You don't know my people, Stephen. You're a coastal snob with a mick. Colbert didn't blink. Snob. I'm not the one cozying up to billionaires while pretending to be a working-class hero. The studio tilted. Vance's jaw locked. Colbert's grin widened. It wasn't just testy. It was personal. Colbert played a clip of Vance at a Trump rally, grinning, shaking hands with megadonors. Kalbata mocking. Your hillbilly roots must feel pretty distant these days. Vance is fuming. That's loyalty. Stephen. Something you wouldn't know. You flip-flop for laughs. The crowd was on fire. Some clapping, others shouting. The control room buzzed. Headsets chirped. This was no longer a segment. It was a powder keg. Colbert leaned in harder. Loyalty. Or leashing up. You went from rags to riches. And straight into Trump's lap. That did it. Vance, snapping, lapdog. I fight for people you ignore. You're the one barking for corporate cash. The studio exploded. Chairs scraped. Shouts rang out. Phones were up everywhere. It wasn't just the insults. It was the intensity. Vance wasn't backing down. He wasn't there to be the foil. You mock my story. Stephen. His voice was shaking now, not with fear but fury. You mock millions of Americans who don't live in your world. Colbert, face like granite, fired back. I mock hypocrisy, JD. Not hardship. But when you sell hardship for power, yeah, I'm coming for you. And then chaos. Vance stood. The audience roared. Colbert didn't stop him. This is a circus, Vance growled. You want a punching bag? Get one from your writing staff. He ripped off his mic. We're done. And just like that, J.D. Vance walked off the set live. No warning, no wrap-up. The studio was frozen. Even Colbert looked momentarily stunned. Then, slowly, he turned to the camera with that signature dry smirk. Well, that escalated. Vance's seething eye clawed my way out of nothing. You inherited that desk. His voice was raw, defiant, every syllable sharpened by rage. But Colbert only grinned, unshaken. Kal BRT smirking. You clawed into power, JD, selling out the roots you love to romanticize. The shot landed. Gasps. Laughter. The crowd split wider. Half chanting, JD! JD, while the other half roared with laughter, phones up, clips already going viral. One post exploded. VNCSHT. The caption racked up likes by the second. This wasn't an interview anymore, it was war. The studio vibrated with tension. Vance's fists clenched. His jaw locked. Vance is snarling. I'm not your punching bag, Stephen. You push me, I'll take you down. The words came loud, too loud. A threat dressed as a promise. Colbert didn't blink. Cubba Cole, take me down. JD, you're shaking. Your Trump armor's cracking right in front of us. He pointed, not just at Vance's trembling hand, but at the entire illusion. The crowd went feral. Some fans rushed toward the stage edge. Others stood and shouted. Producers waved frantically, hands in the air, signaling to cut to commercial. But Vance wasn't finished. Vance shouting, I'm now done! You don't cut me off! His voice boomed through the chaos, swelling, careening past the line of no return. Insiders later said, it went too far, and still, it escalated. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert reached a fever pitch, boiling over into full-blown pandemonium. Senator J.D. Vance, Trump's most loyal foot soldier, was now locked in a bare-knuckle, verbal brawl with one of late night's sharpest minds. Colbert wasn't backing down. If anything, he was digging in deeper. Colbert coolly, cracking under pressure, J.D. Your hillbilly elegy act is fading. You're not a fighter. You're just another Senate sellout. Then, he flashed the screen. A mocking graphic lit up behind him. Vance MP with dollar signs spinning around their faces. The audience erupted. Laughter, boos, screams. Vance's eyes blazed. Vance's roaring. Sellout. I'm real, Stephen. You're the fake. Peddling lies for claps. Chasing applause like it's truth. His voice cracked, somewhere between fury and desperation. The crowd was a storm now, cheers crashing against jeers. Producers froze, helpless. The live feed held. The chaos unfolding in real time. And Colbert. He struck again. One final blow, delivered with surgical precision. Colbert's deadpan, cutting. You're Trump's puppet, J.D., dancing for his cash, his crowd, his ego. The jab hit like a hammer. Vicious. Person and fist erupting, standing puppet. I'm my own damn man, Stephen! You're the puppet. Corporate strings jerking your every word. He slammed the desk. The thud echoed. The audience gasped, then roared. Some were on their feet, chanting J.D. fights. Others booed, yelling, sit down. Phones lit ups exploded. One viral clip showed Vance shaking, fists clenched as Colbert smirked. Kyle Bart is mocking, pointing. You sure you're your own man? Look at your hands, J.D. You're trembling. Trump's got you wound tighter than a Fox News segment. The room ignited. But it wasn't the words that pushed this into meltdown. It was Vance, breaking. Insiders say he towered over the desk, voice cracking. Vance, you don't know me, Stephen. I've bled for my people. You? You bleed for ratings. Solbiart's smiling cold. You're bleeding now, J.D. live. Cracking right in front of us. The crowd surged forward. Some fans rushed the stage edge. Others yelled, finish him. Vance a snarling high. I'll finish you, you smug hack! Security flinched. Producers shouted into headsets. We're losing control. Cups flew. Phones streamed. A full-on frenzy, cows! Vance booming. You're nothing, Colbert! I'll tear this place down. He lunged forward. Colbert stood, call Bob a cold, fine aw, tear it down. You're falling apart, J.D., get out. The crowd howled. Half screaming, kick him. Others chanting, let him speak. Vance ripped off his mic. Van, I'm not your toy. You're done. He hurled the mic at the desk. It crashed, loud final. Security moved, fast, grabbing his arms as he thrashed. Vance, yelling, let me go. I'll walk, but it was too late. The meltdown had peaked. X blew up in real time. J.D. Vance Melbialdio Dablon trended Fane 1 in under 30 minutes. Producers scrambled. Cameras still rolling. Vance's voice hoarse, still lashing out Vance. You're a coward, Colbert. Hiding behind them. Security dragged him back, his shoes scraping the floor. Phones filmed it all. The crowd roared, half in horror, half in glee. One chant rose above the noise. Trump's boy falls? Another, stand strong, JDU. The room was a riot of sound. Producers frozen, headsets silent. One muttered, live, captured, broadcast, viral. Colbert turned to the camera, smirking calm. Colbert, there goes the hillbilly folks. Show's over. Roars, laughter, mayhem. What made this moment historic wasn't just the kick-out. It was Vance's collapse. Sources say backstage he raged. They'll regret this. But the damage was done. His tough guy image cracked. His credibility bleeding out. Colbert, meanwhile, leaned back in triumph. Colbert to his crew. That's how you handle a senator. Audience still buzzing. Security clearing debris. Phones still live. The night wasn't just trending. It was rewriting the rules of late night television. Threads lit up. VNC sinsam sao o bovio atzam. Love ATV. Analysts were already weighing in. Colbert didn't just win. He cornered a senator and cracked him live. Fallout exploded. Vance's team went dark. Campaign aides whispered of damage control, but the public had already decided. Clips played on loop. Hashtags surged. And as the dust settled, only one voice rang loudest: Colbert's. You paid tonight, JD, in sweat and shame. A king of late night, a senator dethroned, and a moment no one would forget. The moment that shattered late night, a fiery clash, a dramatic boot, and a political meltdown that lit the internet on fire. What started as a bold interview ended in chaos. Senator J.D. Vance humiliated, Stephen Colbert triumphant, and the internet still burning. The confrontation turned into a cultural earthquake. Vance's tough guy persona cracked in real time. His mic toss exit looping in slow motion across every screen in America. J.D. Vance melody bomb, trending Fetty 1. His team scrambled. Insiders say he stormed backstage, voice ragged with rage. They'll pay for this. But the world already had its verdict. He tweeted hours later. Truth doesn't bend. I'll rise. It got 150,000 likes, but was buried under replies like you fell. JD, Colbert ended you. Clips exploded. TikToks flooded with edits. His clenched fists. The tossed mic. The walkout, captioned Hillbilly Heartbreak. Meanwhile, Colbert, riding high. His next episode opened the dagger of a line. We had a senator on. He brought heat, I brought the boot. A rating skyrocketed. A 55% jump overnight. Late night hasn't seen numbers like this since 2016. Colbert's team, ecstatic. One insider put it bluntly. Vance thought he'd roll in. Colbert rolled him instead. But the victory comes with a twist. Analysts warn Colbert's not untouchable. The more he swings, the more he becomes a target. Still, for now, the crown's tighter than ever. Colbert rules. One tweet declared, racking up millions of views. The divide is deep, the internet split like a lightning bolt. Vance supporters, they ambushed him. He's gold. Critics, Trump's lapdog got put down. Moderates, torn. Was it bold truth-telling or a late-night ambush gone too far? One pundit put it simply, has snapped. Colbert baited him. And it worked. The fallout is still spreading. Trump's camp is rattled. Chatter's rising. Some whisper a counterstrike is coming. Others say Vance is holed up, silent, shaken, plotting his return. Whatever happens next, the ripple effects are seismic. Late night has changed. One media insider said. Colbert either rewrote the rules or broke them. Networks are now weighing. Do we want bold guests or tighter control? Because if you misstep now, the internet writes your ending. This moment is far from over. Vance's image, bruised. Colbert's grip, solidified. The internet still choosing sides. This wasn't just late night. This was a reckoning. A senator fell. A host rose. And America watched it all frame by viral frame. So stay tuned. This isn't the end. It's the spark. Colbert's next swing. Vance's comeback. And a media war just getting started. Subscribe now. Because if you thought this was wild, you haven't seen what comes next.